Hey everybody, Suzi Quillen at Perfectly Knotty. And I had a question come up today and I wanted to talk about it a little bit and to share some resources. So the first thing that came up, the question that came up today was, does Perfectly Knotty still have a store? And the answer is yes, but I don't have a storefront. I am an online yarn shop now. There's a number of reasons that we made that choice to change 4 years ago, and we made the decision before the pandemic, so it had nothing to do with the pandemic. We made the decision because having a store was impacting my health in some very negative ways, which was consequently impacting my relationships, particularly my marriage, and we needed to do that. But I needed to take care of my health. And at the same time that was kind of happening, my mom's health started declining, and I needed to spend more time helping my parents, and I just couldn't be in both places and take care of my health. So that was a big issue for me. And then some other things were that people, because of at that point, we're talking, that was like 2019, the increase in online shopping was really ramping up, and obviously during the pandemic that just became the standard norm in a way that it had not completely been prior. But what I had been experiencing for a year or two prior to this decision was that people would come into my store to touch and pet and feel the nice soft squishy yarn and look at the colors, so that they could go home and order it online from somebody else, not me, which wasn't helping me pay my rent to have a space. So that was compounding all of the things. So we made the decision at the end of 2019 to close the store front, bring the business home, which then allowed me to rest and recover my health and pay attention to my own health, and as much as possible be present for my parents. And then, of course, if you followed along for any period of time, my mom eventually did pass away in 2021, and then my attention shifted to now supporting and helping my dad manage the home that they had lived in for 35 years by himself with his declining health. So yeah, that's kind of the story, but that was the long answer to the short question. But the shorter answer is yes, I still have a store. What you see behind me is in part the store. And if you live locally to me, I do allow people to make appointments and come and shop the yarn here at the store. You could also go shop online at perfectlyknotty.com, and I am going to pop the link to the online store in the comments. Okay, so go check that out. And I've added a new thing that I'm really excited about. I have an Amazon affiliate store, which I'm really excited about. And the reason I'm excited about this is that it allows me to recommend products and items that just don't make sense for me to carry in my physical location. Yes, I earn a little bit of a commission, like 3 to 5% of the sale price of an item. You do not pay that. Amazon pays that out of the fees that they withhold from the actual seller of the item. So, but it is a way for me to direct you to some resources. I earn a little tiny bit of commission, and so there you go. Those are my 2 shopping resources right now. I am going to be talking about some of that stuff more as we move towards the end of the year. And the other shopping resource that I have, I want to grab that for you as well. I also sell if you remember Perfectly Knotty, when I had the store, Perfectly Knotty was a yarn and antiques shop, right? If anybody remembers that, say it in the comments. But a lot of our fixtures were antique furniture. All of it was for sale. I had all kinds of interesting antique things, antique tools for the garage and for the kitchen, and glassware and teacups and all kinds of really neat, interesting things. Well, that stuff, in addition to the things that I inherited in emptying my parents' home to sell it this last summer, those things I sell on eBay. So if you're looking for some of those kinds of things that I sell, you can find them over on eBay. So if you are looking for ways that you can shop from Perfectly Knotty, those are the 3 ways at this time. I don't have a lot of classes and workshops and things at this time. I'm hoping to do that more as I go down the line. I really am, after selling my parents' house, I'm really just starting to kind of get my head back in the game. So I do appreciate your support, and I'm always here for you, you guys. So as long as I can keep the rent paid and the lights on, right? So that's kind of how that goes. So, all right, I love you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you have a wonderful, relaxing evening. Fall is fully here. My husband has finished putting the new roof on the house. So now we get to have fire in our fireplace, which is lovely because we heat our home with wood, and it's so cozy. And I love that about our forest home. So thank you very much. I'd love to hear more of your comments. If there are things that you would like to see in the Amazon store that are not there, please contact me and let me know, and I will put the links there for you. Okay? I keep adding to it as I find a thing. All of the things that I have put in there are things I purchase and I use. Promise. I don't just randomly put stuff in there. I don't do that. Unless you were to come to me and say, I need a bunch of these pens. Can you put that in your store? And I'm like, okay, I can do that. But there you go. All right, peeps. I love you. Thanks for being part of this community. I really do appreciate it. Have a beautiful evening.